Hello, this is Mr. Collier, and today we're going to solve some word problems using systems of equations. So if we look at this first word problem, it says the sum of two numbers is 22, the difference is 6, find the two numbers. So we can call the two numbers x and y and set up two equations and solve them. So if the sum of the numbers is 22, we can say x plus y equals 22, and their difference is 6. So we can say x minus y equals 6. And this is a simple equation to solve. We can add them together. And we get 2x equals 28. And then we can divide by 2. And we get x equals 14. Okay, and obviously the second number is going to be 8 because 8 plus 14 equals 22. So we're going to have y equals 8. So those are our two numbers. The next example, Lewis has 16 coins and only quarters and dimes. He has a total of 265. So we need to set up two equations. First, let's set up our variables. Let's call quarters Q and dimes D. So he has a total of 16 coins. So we can say that D plus Q equals 16. So the number of coins is 16. And we use the amount of money for the second equation. If quarters are worth 25 cents, then we have 25 times the number of quarters plus 10 times D is going to be 265. Okay, because you multiply 25 cents times the number of quarters, you get the amount of money that those quarters are worth, and 10 cents times the number of dimes, you get the amount of money that the dimes are worth. So we're going to solve this system. We can't add or subtract right away. We need some of the coefficients of the variables to match. So we want to make this a 10D. So I'm going to multiply this whole equation by 10 to make it 10D. Sorry, 10. And we're going to have 10D plus 10Q equals 160. And our second equation stays the same. Okay, and then we can subtract, because we have 10D and 10D. If you subtract, they'll cancel. And we'll get negative 15Q equals negative 105. Divide by negative 15. And we get Q equals 7. Okay, so the number of quarters is 7. And we have to find the number of dimes. Well, the dimes plus the quarters is 16. So we have D plus 7 equals 16. So the number of dimes equals 9. Okay, so we have dimes is 9, quarters is 7. They add up to 16, so that makes sense. The next word problem, basketball problem. So we have numbers for the scores of the Pioneers and the Hawks, and we have a number for how many times they scored. So that's how we're going to set up our two equations. The first question asks you how many free throws have the Hawks made. Okay, so we're going to use the Hawks amount of times the Hawks scored and the score of the Hawks, which is 51. Okay, so regular baskets are worth 2 points and free throws are worth 1 point, and there was no 3-point baskets, so we don't have to worry about that. So what we could do here is, if we look at this number, let's look at this number here. The Hawks scored 29 times. That means the number of 2-point baskets plus the number of free throws is going to be equal to 29. So that's the first equation. But their score is 51. So they get 2 points for each basket. So twice the number of baskets plus the number of free throws should be equal to their score, which is 51. Okay, so we get the first equation from the number of times they scored, and the second equation from the number of points they have, and the F's match here, they're both positive 1F. So we're going to subtract these equations. And subtracting, we're going to get negative B equals negative 22. So B equals 22. That's the number of baskets. We need to know the number of free throws. Well, the baskets plus the free throws are 29. So the number of free throws has to be 7. So that's your answer for the first question. Number of free throws is 7. Second equation is all about the Pioneers. So it's the same thing, except we're talking about this score, and this is the number of times the Pioneers scored. So the variables are going to be exactly the same. We're going to have B and F. Okay, baskets and free throws. Your equations are going to be very similar. Baskets plus free throws equals 30 this time for the Hawks, and twice the number of baskets plus the number of free throws is going to be equal to 49 in this case. And again, we're gonna subtract. We're gonna get negative B equals negative 19. So B equals 19. And number of free throws. These free throws add up to 30. So it has to be 11. So that's the number of free throws that the Pioneers made.